at my computer because I did write something down.
The mic's not on.
Well, the recorder's not on yet, so we're off.
The recorder is on. It's counting. It says it's at 45 seconds. How do we know if the mic is on? I turned it on.
Oh,
I put the on.
They're going to flex a little bit there for everybody.
Okay. Oh, almost dropped the microphone.
Yeah,
In fact, I did drop the microphone.
Here. You gotta hit that twice.
I turned this on. See, it's on.
Nope, up.
No, on.
Yeah. When you slide it up, it's on.
Oh.
Oh, and I wrote a commercial. I didn't write
You wrote a commercial.
You know, you said that you wanted a movie trailer.
You know what I'm talking about, though?
In a world.
With nutrition. No, but like, it doesn't have to be long. It's just, and we already have so many slides and like videos and pictures and stuff that you could just pop in as like little clips, like how you did the other day when we were working out.
Yeah, but that
and
was
you went
only...
from one to the other, like really fast towards the end.
I did like that.
Yeah, so that kind of build like suspense to it. And at the end, it could just be like the length.
So if you want to say something, like...
Yeah, well, I'll be in the back, like, it'll be like a voiceover.
Yeah, I know what a voiceover is.
Right.
Don't mansplain TV to me.
I didn't. That's the most TV thing I know, voiceover. So that's why I figured, like, that would be a good clip to make.
Idea.
Yeah.
All right, so this is what I want to talk about.
Fantastic. Tell everyone.
I'm going to tell it. I'm going to tell everyone.
Oh, good. Kelly has a big announcement. She's going to reveal the topic of today's podcast.
This is, well, I figured a lot of parents are home.
A lot of parents are home. We were just talking to one. Her kids are staying up late, so she'll kill them if she wakes up
She has to wake up early.
Right.
So when you, all right, your son is 5.
5.
Okay, and he's just graduated preschool.
Yeah, yesterday was so much fun.
How was it? Did he have a cap and gown?
No, but that would have been cute.
Okay.
Yeah, they had a little cap. But they didn't. No, they did a little thing on stage. It was fun. I got emotional.
You did?
I did. I was trying to hide it.
Why'd you get emotional? He's only 5.
The whole thing was cute.
Yeah?
Yeah. So, you know.
Did you take pictures of him? And
I have a lot of videos and pictures. I pretty much
BFF?
take videos. That way I could just, yeah. It was fun. They were on stage, size order. So, you know, he's first. Yeah. But he's so cute.
That's adorable.
Yeah, it was great.
So what does he do for the summer then?
So he starts camp next week.
Is it at the same school?
At the same school.
Okay.
Yeah, it's nice. And he's been there before. He knows everyone.
Get that mic closer to you.
Hello.
Okay.
No. So it's fun. He's done it before. He knows the teachers, the people that are there, and one of his friends now is going with him. So he's looking forward to camp.
All right, so his day-to-day probably won't change too much.
No, in fact, I think it may just get longer. I think they're at camp a little longer than the school day.
Oh, okay. And then is it the whole summer?
So, because of vacations and stuff,
Yeah.
with, I think it's 6 to 8 weeks or something like that. So he's not going for 2 of those weeks, which is great. And that's why we like it, because they don't make you pay for the weeks he's not going.
Oh, good.
Right, so you could just pick and choose which
Pick and choose.
he's not
So
going.
do you have him a week and then your ex-wife has him for a week?
Yep.
So are you taking him anywhere for a week?
So last
or
year
you
we
guys
did,
gonna-
what do you call it? Day trips.
Oh,
So I thought about doing the same thing.
So when
It's just more fun that way. You could do more things than just being
for
stuck
sure.
at one spot for a week. And yeah, you could do different things while you're there.
Well, it
but
depends
like,
on where you're going.
right, but let's say you're at the beach, you're at the Jersey Shore. There are only certain things you could do, anything that's there,
Yeah.
right? If I go to the Poconos, I could do Pocono
Stuff
stuff,
for a day.
right? But this way, I could go to the beach, I could go to the Poconos, I could go to the Hershey, we could go to Camel Beach, we could stay at Great Wolf, we can take those little like off-road like Can-Am cars things up at the Pocono Raceway. So we'd probably do that.
What's that?
What do you mean?
I don't know what that is.
You ever see those like? Did they take them like in the sand, like the desert and stuff like that? And,
Desert of the Poconos?
no, but like there's everywhere. We did it in Maine when we went to Maine a few years ago. It's just like the 4-wheel like.
Oh, like ATV?
It's not an ATV. It's you sit and you drive, but it's like a Can-Am cart type deal. Like
That sounds
buggy,
like fun.
I guess. Like
But you drive it?
Yeah, you drive it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you're on vacation with Tristan for a week,
Mm-hmm.
do you Do you try to get him to eat the same foods that you eat?
No, because he won't eat protein. The only thing he so
Wait,
so it's very
stop for
difficult.
1 second.
I know. It's very
You're
difficult.
like protein guy, so he doesn't eat.
There's
any
no
of it?
meats. No meats. He won't eat meats.
Why
So
not?
it's a
Eggs?
struggle to get him. No. Yogurt, cheese, pretty much it. That's his extent of protein.
Okay.
So we're trying to get him to eat more protein, like chicken and stuff like that, but he won't always eat it. So it doesn't really matter as far as I try,
Yeah.
but he loves pizza and we're gonna roll with that.
And then okay.
Right.
When you're home with him and you have him, the days that you have him, he doesn't eat what you eat either, like at home.
No.
You don't have.
No, he likes noodles. You'll make noodles with like butter, and then
Yeah.
he'll eat fruits.
That's
He'll
good.
eat fruits. He'll eat vegetables, but he will not eat like meat proteins. So that's a tough one. So it doesn't really bother me in any sense, like as far as like how I'm gonna stay on track.
Yeah.
Because no matter where we go, I can stay on track.
Right.
Right. But that's what everybody doesn't really kind of like. It's hard to understand that you can have success and still go out and enjoy vacations and things like that.
Right.
But at the same time, I also limit certain things because they don't make me feel good.
Yes.
And I've gotten used to it, so it's not part of my routine. So most people that go on vacation will allow for drinks.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Where that's not something that I really struggle because I don't really drink.
Yes.
Right. Not that I won't.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Because
yeah.
we've gone out and I've had a drink with you before.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much the extent of it. Even if we were going for an extended period of time, that's pretty much all I would get. One of those
Okay.
doubles, I would probably sit on it for most of the day.
Yeah.
Right. But other than that, no matter where you go, if you're conscious during the week or if you're conscious at home, you can still be conscious on vacation and still enjoy everything.
Right.
It's just people are either all or nothing, and it doesn't really have to be that way.
I want to, like, my whole thing is I want to know how to get my kids to start eating the same way that I eat so that they can see that I'm on a healthier journey.
Well, you're gonna have to edit this because I was not prepared for this.
Well, that's what I said that I wanted to
You
talk
did not
about.
say about kids. You
I
said about
our
us.
day-to-day.
Right.
So
For us, not to get our kids. To
we've
do some
already gone
research.
our day-to-day. What do you have
So-
to research? You know what your kid eats. You just told me.
Right, but how do you get them to eat other stuff, right? So the best thing that I think we could do is really let them make the choice, right? Especially when you go shopping,
That does work with my
right? The
kids,
way you
yes.
got him to eat vegetables was to get him to pick the
To
vegetable.
pick the vegetable.
Right.
Yeah.
Proteins are tough, right? Because he doesn't know any meats or what he likes or what he doesn't like.
Well, I think that just comes with age too, because
Right.
my kids just started eating most of that
But
stuff now.
you know what I think is really?
I mean,
think,
chicken nuggets. Does he eat chicken nuggets?
No. But here's the thing. I think that if one, you let them make the decision when you go to the store. All right, we're gonna try something. Let's
Yeah.
pick out one thing. We'll try. If you don't like it, we don't have to do it, right? So I think that's a good one. But I also think a good one is get them to eat with kids his age that eat the stuff you want them to.
Okay.
So like if you have kids like neighbors, let's say, or
Yeah.
they come over,
Yeah.
right, and the neighbor kid eats chicken.
Yeah.
Well, we're all gonna have dinner together, right? So now you're gonna have dinner with your buddy. Maybe
Okay.
have them try what their friend is eating. So that way they're seeing a person his age that's liking these types of foods. And maybe it'll give them
Yeah.
I want to try it too. Whether he likes it or not, that's not necessarily the point. You want him to try it.
I want him to try.
So
it.
I think being around kids his age that are also eating the things you want them to eat, I think he can feed off of that.
Yeah, because they're going to be home next week.
Right.
That's it. And my kids don't have a lot of camps because they're older now, so
Mhm.
they only do
Sport games.
a few sport camps. That's it. And I need them to eat these proteins because, I mean, especially like a hockey camp or a baseball camp, they are running.
Yeah, so
Sean
they need to
is
eat.
on
Right,
the
so they need
ice
to eat
a lot.
carbs and fats and proteins and shit like that, just like a regular person.
Yeah, yeah, because they're not regular people.
Well, you know what I mean. They're not adults, right? They're still growing kids.
They're still growing kids.
Right.
And I do take my oldest to the gym with me, and I do try to make him.
That's
eat
the
or
only way to
drink
do it.
A protein shake
Right.
afterwards.
Take them with you, lead by example. They're gonna do what you do. It's just, in my case, Tristan's too young for me to take him to the gym.
Yeah.
To really, like, I prepped that steak last night. There was no way he was gonna eat that.
No, I don't know if my
Um,
kids would eat that either.
But we've tried before with like the fun animal chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
He will eat with his mom's, some of his cousins.
Yeah.
On her side. So he'll feed off of that, right? So he has tried it. He does eat it, just not with us, his parents.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
So it's funny, but
And I think this is the other thing I want to talk about. I think that there's a lot of people that are still working from home from 2020. And I know my husband and I work from home. So when the kids are off, I don't want them to throw me off my track because they're home asking me for snacks every 5 seconds.
but that's up to you though,
Yeah.
right?
I mean,
to keep your
that's why I want them to eat the same things that I eat so that they don't.
okay. But let's
Also
say they
for
don't.
them to be healthy,
Let's say they
not
don't,
just about me.
Right, but in a perfect world, sure, that would be the case, and in a perfect world, your husband would do it with you, or your wife would do it with you,
Yeah.
or everybody would be on the same team and same page. But in reality, that's not going to happen. That
Right.
doesn't always happen, right? Let's say a wife wants to get in shape, but her husband's not really 100% on board. There's times where that manipulation would happen, right? Where she needs or wants to do certain things for her, but the husband may want to do something different, so now they end up going out to dinner, right?
Yeah.
And now she's kind of panicking because she was trying to stick to the plan,
Yes.
right? So there's that sabotage without necessarily the husband meaning to sabotage
Right.
the plan. I don't think they're doing it, and vice versa,
Yeah.
right? If a husband's trying to get in shape and the wife's not on the same page,
Yeah.
that can throw things
Throw
for a
throw
wrench,
things
right? A wrench in the whole mix, but that doesn't really happen. So you can't let what's happening in your life kind of deter you from your bigger goal. So just like you did in the beginning throughout the year, right? Especially if you got into a program in the beginning of the year, do the same thing in the summer. Set a goal, write it down. Kind of like businesses have mission statements,
Yes.
right? Or values, right? Write that shit down.
Yeah.
Right, like what is the bigger reason why you're doing this? And most people, when they come to us and they're like, "Oh, I want to lose weight," or "I want to," that is not the reason they called us.
Yeah.
Right? There's always an underlying reason as why you want to do something, especially like this, where you want to get in shape, feel better. Is it because you really want to just lose 10 pounds, or you want to be able to pick up your grandkids, or be able to throw the ball with your kids,
Yeah.
or not feel like shit because you're not exerting enough energy, or whatever the case may be, right? But you have to set that precedence going into different parts of the year, right? Just like
Yeah.
holidays. We always blame the holidays, but it's not the holiday itself. There's all the Wednesdays or Thursdays or Saturdays before that
Before the
that's going to
holiday.
throw you off.
Yeah.
Same thing here. If you go on a vacation itself for a week, you could be mindful even
Yeah.
on vacation and enjoy everything, or you could say fuck it and really just enjoy your week to the fullest. Don't give a shit about what's actually going to happen, and that's okay too,
That is okay.
right? But you have to understand you can have your cake and eat it too to a point, right?
I just think when in the summer, especially because my kids are older and they don't have a routine anymore, which fucks up my routine. Because they're either home or I'm driving them to a camp, or I'm carpooling with somebody to get them to a camp, or
But how does that affect what you're doing as far as your nutrition goals go?
only because when they're at school, they're gone all day.
Okay,
So I know when I'm eating, what I'm eating the whole day. When
but why is that different now?
Because they're home and they're in my face.
Right, but just because they want something else, why does that deter you from sticking to your plan up until
I'm
this
just
point?
saying my routine is off. Because that's not, the summer is a different animal, I feel like, especially for parents.
Okay, so then adjust your
And I want
adjust the
them,
routine to kind of to what it is now. But the principles behind the habits that set that routine in place don't have to change.
right,
Right?
I
Maybe you're
agree with
sleeping
that.
in a little longer so you can have breakfast a little longer.
Right,
Right? So that prolongs your day.
yes,
Right? Maybe you are running around more because they are home.
They are
so
home,
then you have to
yeah.
adjust what kind of foods you're taking with you, or what kind of snacks you're having, or where you're going to lunch. But again, that comes with being prepared, which is not different than what you did before the summer. Being prepared, right? So you're still staying with the same habit that created that first routine or that first structure to your day. Now you just apply that same habits, right? So the principles behind it to your new routine. That doesn't change anything. You're just adjusting.
Just adjusting.
Because you're going to have to figure out how to adjust, because next summer they're going to be off again.
They're going to be off again.
Right.
Yes.
So,
I feel like I'm always waiting for the, well, I was just talking about out there that I'm excited for this summer to come. Like, I'm done with school. Just
Right.
because I don't want to get any more.
Right, but it's also an
stupid
exciting
phone
time.
calls.
But it's an exciting time for you to figure out, okay, I'm going to do this shit through the summer. And that's exciting because you're going to know what to do next summer.
Then I'll know what to do
Right?
next summer.
And will you
yes.
make mistakes? Sure.
Yeah.
Will some things work and some won't? Absolutely. That's the whole point of this.
Right, because there's going to be a
Right.
point where we're driving home from somewhere and they're
Right.
been at camp all day and starving, and I'm going to go through a drive-through.
Right, and that's
Probably
okay.
Not for them. I mean, just for them.
No, but it's
probably
okay
not
for you to
me.
get something.
I know, but I
Right.
usually don't. But I mean, yeah, it would be okay if it's not every single day.
So what I think people have to understand is where they are in their, I hate the word journey. It sounds so fucking cliche. It sounds so cheesy. Like in my fitness journey. No. In your fucking life-sustaining result or progress. That's
The
what
way
you're
that you
trying to
live a
do,
life.
right? You're
Yeah.
trying to fucking understand how to be a person, still have social life, be there with your kids, enjoy all the fucking Rita's ice cream and all that shit that you do in the summer, and still not feel like you're throwing all your goals down the drain, right? That's
Yes.
the whole point of this. Because right now everyone's like, oh, I'm not going to start something because summer's around. Okay, and at the end of the summer, what are you going to do? You're going to start a plan then? And then what?
Right.
Well, the holidays are coming.
Yes.
Right? And then you're going to set it for the New Year's. But then New Year's comes and you're like, well, I'm just going to let a week into the New Year and then I'll start, right? So
Then
there's
start.
always a reason why we're not doing it because of this is happening and that's happening. Well, yeah, it's the summer. Now's the perfect fucking time to start because you're going to learn things this summer that are going to help you next summer.
Right.
And you're going to learn things this holiday season that's going to help you in the next holiday season. And it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to not learn all of it and not understand everything because we don't know everything. Nobody knows everything. It's a
No.
constant learning
But
opportunity.
I don't know what's going to happen next
Right.
week when they get off, when they're done.
Right. So it's a constant learning opportunity. And even for us, right, we're constantly evolving, bringing different products, different ideas, different blueprints, different way we attack each week. But it's different with every client. So we have to
Yes.
adjust with every client, right? If it was just a one size fits all thing, then we would all do the same thing. All of us, all 7, 8 billion people, whatever it is on earth, we're all going to do the same thing every fucking day and it's going to work for everybody. But it's not.
No.
Right? So taking the time to understand what those are and learning that, yeah, in the summer you may sleep in, you may stay up later, you may stop at the drive-thru. And it's more important to know how to do that while still staying true to your goal. You didn't fall off the rails. You don't have to get right back on it because you didn't fall off of anything. This is just life,
Yeah.
right? You fell off a life, right?
I'm
You
sorry,
did-
I can't get back onto life right now.
Right, I'm just,
I
life is
completely
not
fell
something
off.
I'm ready to do right now.
I don't think I can adulterate this moment.
But it's true. So it can't just be a diet because a diet suggests an end goal. And at the end of that diet end goal, what are you going to do? What is it that you are going to do? And if you get to the end of the program and you don't know what to do after that, you didn't do it correctly. Or the program was not right.
Right.
Right? Because if you learn what you should learn throughout the weeks and process of working with someone or a fat diet or a detox or whatever the
Right.
case is that you are doing, all good. But at the end of that, if you don't know what's next, you didn't learn anything throughout the process,
I
right?
agree,
So you
yes.
have to learn throughout the process. And if at the end of it, you can't maintain it, you can't sustain it, you can't see progress going forward, why'd you do it?
Yeah.
Right? Why did we do it? Because it only gave us the quick fix for the time to do it. Same with clients when they come to us, well, are you going to tell me what to eat? I can.
Yeah.
I won't.
Yeah.
What? Because, from an ethics standpoint, it's not something that we should be doing. And secondly, if I tell you what to do, at the end of the 12 weeks of me telling you what to do, what are you going to do?
Yeah. These are just guides that we're giving people to, we're
Right.
figuring out their
Right.
macros and guides and stuff, and making sure that you know how much protein you should
Right.
intake, how
Right.
many carbs, how many fats, how many times a week you should probably be working on.
Right, but think about it. Even if you have somebody writing you a food plan, I had someone writing me a food plan when I did bodybuilding. I had to follow that shit to a T without missing a beat. But I also asked questions along the way, why this, why that, so I learned. I took notes. I would write my macros. I would do calculations on my own. The more I knew, the better. So at the end, when I was done with ex-coach, if I wanted to bodybuild again, I have an idea of what works for me, how I can adjust as I go.
Yeah.
Right? And I learned that I can maintain it going forward. So if you can maintain it going forward, it wasn't the right plan. In this case, it was the right plan for me because I can maintain that.
Yeah.
Right? It works with my lifestyle. It works with what I want to do.
Right.
It's easy for me. It's easy to make. But it took a long time to get there. Right? And same for us. Anybody that gives somebody a food plan, like eat this exactly, that's great. And
Yeah.
people can follow direction for the most part, right? And they'll eat that exactly.
Yeah.
And at the end of the program, this person that just told you how to eat, step by step, food by food, hour by hour, right? Day by day. Now you're like, well, you don't have that person. How are you going to do it by yourself going forward? Right?
Right.
Ideally, from the person helping you standpoint, it's great because you have to pay them again, right? So they're making more money as you go. But in a perfect world, you want to be able to do it for yourself and after that sustainably.
Yes.
Not have to do another diet for another 12 weeks because you didn't learn anything. So could we give people the foods to eat? Sure, eat this.
Yeah.
And then we're not teaching anything. We all need to learn habits. We all need to eat to know how to adjust on the fly, like summer, like holidays, like vacations, because that stuff is always going to happen. And
Right.
a lot of people come to us and be like, well, I don't know what to eat. That's easy. That's easy. We do know what to eat.
Yeah.
Nobody needs to be told that chicken is better than a chocolate chip cookie for when it comes to losing weight or whatever. But so is the chocolate chip cookie, because
Yeah.
if you take it out completely, all you're gonna want is the fucking sugar.
Yes.
So learning how to do it sustainably and allowing all the foods that you enjoy in your plan will teach you that you can do that going forward. Right? So I don't
I
need to
agree.
tell you what foods are necessarily better than others, but what we do need to kind of get across to people and then people to other people and so on is that creating the uniqueness of your lifestyle, creating the habits around your unique situation, your unique social life, what you do during the summer, the holidays, right? It's unique to everyone's situation. So understanding those habits for you, not necessarily what worked for everybody, you could always do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing, I want my kids to do it.
Well, the only way to do it is to let them make decisions. Take them to the store. Let them pick.
I'll take them to this. Oh God, I gotta take them to the store.
Yeah, you kind of have
It's
to
a
keep your
lot.
kids
They're a
outside.
lot in the store.
But look, I think that's the most important. Let them feel like they're part of the process. Help them with the cooking. Maybe they want to help. Maybe you need help in the kitchen. Make them feel part of the whole process.
That, you know what, that did work last night. Sean helped me make turkey burgers last night. I mean,
Right.
he was like,
That's
This
how I
is
was.
gross.
I remember when I was little, my
I was
mom
like,
was
just
making.
wash your hands, you're fine.
I remember when I was little, my mom was making. I don't know how to say it, but it was chicken, like thinly sliced, right?
Yeah.
You bread it, you put it
Oh,
in
like
the
pound
egg.
chicken?
Well, you put it in the egg,
Yeah.
flour, right? You put bread on it. What's that
Yeah,
called?
pound chicken.
Whatever. Okay. Well, I remember helping her with this, and then I threw up
Why?
because my fingers were in the egg, and then gross, right? But I was part of the process, so I learned I'm not gonna help her make them anymore. But they tasted delicious.
Yeah.
So I did taste it. I just didn't like putting my hands in the egg, and then now it's different because I'm an adult, sort of. But back then, I remember.
Reevaluate that
Right.
later.
I remember throwing up from it. So it may not work, right? Maybe they don't like making that particular food, but involving them in the process is cool.
Yeah, he was.
Right.
I mean, his face was terrible, but he was still into making.
Right, he did it, he made it work.
burgers.
Did
Put
he
it
eat it?
down. Yeah, he ate it.
Okay. Well, then perfect.
Put it in the oven, all that. I want them to learn how to cook a little bit more this summer for themselves because they are getting older, and I
Including
We're
them in it
we're
as
running
well.
around
Or
all
have
the
them
time.
pick. Have them pick one night a week where they pick the protein. They pick the meal,
that's a good idea. I like that.
right? So that way it's their day.
Yeah.
And you have two kids, so now you have 2 nights,
Yeah.
right? Because one kid and one kid.
Because
right?
I don't know about any other parent, but dinner is the worst meal in our
Right,
house.
so ask them, pick a protein.
Kids
You
are
could give them
kids.
an option of 11 proteins. right? And they could pick, like,
Yeah.
put some fun on there, like alligator, right? Hopefully they don't pick alligator, right? But let's say you put it on there, right? It's funny,
Yeah.
right? Maybe they're not making alligator because I don't think you can find alligator food, but
I know.
like randomly a giant. But anyway,
I'm gonna
right?
look today.
look, but have them pick it. It's their night. They're making the meal. Maybe that'll help them get into a habit of creating their own sustainability when it comes to eating correctly.
Right, because I know they eat like shit at school.
Oh,
I mean, I love
school lunches are not,
Yeah, but they provide a protein, a dairy,
Okay.
milk, all of that.
Okay.
Sean eats a cookie and ice cream and a chicken patty every day.
Okay, well, maybe being more involved will help him make those
All right,
decisions.
that's what I want for the
Because
next
now,
season.
he gets to pick Thursday night's dinner, right?
Yeah.
So, great, that's his day. So
That's
let's say
your
he
day.
picks chicken. Maybe next time they serve some type of chicken at school, maybe he'll try it and be like, oh, no, mine's better.
That would be okay.
Right.
I just
So-
want him to try a little more. Declan's better than Sean. He'll try a little
So
bit more.
let's kind of recap. One,
And then I want
take
to
it-
ask you how you like to spend. But go ahead.
oh yeah, I love talking about it. Okay. First, take them shopping with you. Have them be involved in the process of shopping so they can pick their vegetables, their carb, their protein that they may want to try.
Okay.
Second,
I like
you
that.
can involve them in the actual cooking process, right?
Okay.
They're part of the setting the table, setting the dinner for the entire family. They're involved.
Okay.
And third, have them pick a night out of the week where it's their meal. They get to put it together. There's rules to it, so it's like a game, right? Proteins, fat, carb, whatever. You can
Yeah.
play with it. And then you guys can make a game, rank it. Have
Well-
you, your husband, and your two kids each pick a day. And then you could rank it for the week. Who had a better dinner? Who picked the best dinner? Right?
Oh, that's kind of fun.
So it's a game now because next week you're trying to outdo each other.
Yeah.
Right? So let's say James picked the better dinner. Well, now maybe Declan's like, fuck that. I want to win, right? Like he's competitive. They're
Yeah.
both competitive with sports.
Yes, they
They
are.
both want to be number one. Well, my meal was fucking better.
Yeah.
Right? I picked fucking beef stroganoff. What'd you pick, right? I picked chili. Okay, that's a good one too. Right? But you see what I'm saying though, right?
Yeah.
So which one was better? And then you guys can rank the meal.
We're
Right?
gonna have tacos every day. I can fucking feel this coming.
Okay, but you can do different ways of tacos.
Okay.
You could do lettuce wrap taco, your regular taco, beef taco, chicken taco, turkey taco.
Right.
Right? You could add different things to each. You could add soft shells, hard shells. There's a lot of ways to have
Oh my
fun
God,
with
do
it.
you want to come over and help this game out?
When you get me going, things
Yeah.
just roll in here.
Wow. Whole world up there.
It's
Whole world of
something
tacos,
up there.
I didn't know.
Yeah. But you see what I'm saying though? Like it's
Yeah.
a game, they're involved, and it'll make them get into the habit. And as they grow into learning how to cook and stuff, have them make the meal. Maybe a year or two from now, they could actually make the whole meal.
Yeah, I know there are a lot of kids their ages that are making full meals already. I
How
just
old are
feel
they?
like they're 13 and 11.
So when I came here, I was 9.
Yeah.
And my mom and my stepdad, to me, he helped raise me. So my dad, they were working. So when I came home from school, I had to eat.
Yeah.
So I would make my own food at like 11 or 12 or 13, like rice.
Right. I
would
did that
make
too.
rice, right? Sometimes my mom would already make the proteins, so the proteins are made.
You just have
But
to heat it up.
I would make the carbs sometimes. I would, So learning how to do things, it's important. I'm not the best cook. I can make like 3 things, like
Yeah,
this
I'm not-
steak from the other night.
That
You
was
saw
good.
that, right?
Yeah.
French toast. I can make a really good French toast, but it's
Yeah.
easy. It's just white bread and fucking egg, and
Yeah.
boom, right? And then you put cinnamon on after it,
Yeah.
right, and all that. And
I
we'll
made
do-
that flatbread. That was
right,
really good.
and we'll
I
give
was
Dorothy
surprised.
a shout out because she has maple syrup from Canada. Oh, so good. I wish I had the can to give them a shout out. Such a good syrup. It is such a good fucking syrup. I'm gonna try
Where
to
she
bring
got
it.
it in Canada?
Her family owns a maple syrup company up in
Oh,
Canada.
really?
Yeah,
That's amazing.
yeah, really fucking cool.
That is cool.
And really, really good syrup.
Yeah?
Yeah, we should open a distribution channel for US.
You got a lot of always we should do this and we should do that. That comes out of your mouth a lot.
You want me just do it? I'll just do it by myself, and then you'd be like, shit, I should have taken him up on the offer.
Damn, why didn't I get into that syrup biz?
You never know.
Okay.
Right? Then we have this one, then we have a maple syrup company. This is great.
We're gonna put it right next to the gym that we're gonna open.
It's fantastic. Yeah.
Or right next to the
No,
nutrition
but look,
company.
there's ways to get your kids involved.
Yeah.
Right?
I just don't want
Even
burning
if
down
you
my kitchen.
No, well, you're there, hopefully. Even if you go on vacation, same thing. Have them pick the restaurant.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Right? And it can't be
Ugh.
something that you do at home.
Yeah,
it has
yeah,
to
yeah.
be
It
something,
cannot be
right? And
fast
give
food.
them options, right? So that's another way to involve them. Ask them what kind of snacks they want to bring to the beach, but the rule is they have to think fun and healthy at the same time. So now they have to think about it.
Yeah.
Or maybe they could ask questions. And at the same thing, you kind of have to follow the rules.
I should have started them earlier on this.
Well, that's why we're talking about it.
All right.
Luckily,
Okay.
mine's only 5. I'll start him.
You start him now.
Yeah,
'cause
I'll let
he'll
you
be
know how
way
things go.
better than, whatever skibbity Riz Ohio shit my kids say. I don't,
Ohio.
look, I don't know what comes out of Sean's mouth sometimes.
Kind of
but-
like when Peyton Manning used to do the hike with the Oklahoma, like, what
No,
was it?
this is like a whole-
Omaha. That's what Peyton Manning used to say, right? Omaha, and then he would spike
Well, he
the
would
ball.
be in then, I guess. Oh no, it's Ohio or toilet.
Like Dak Prescott said, here we go, right before he snaps the ball. It's a cadence.
Okay.
Yeah.
This isn't before they snap a ball. This
No,
is just
maybe
them coming down the stairs, telling me Scooby Doo or whatever the
Right,
fuck
it's
they say.
it's a cadence.
Okay.
All right.
Tell me about spin real quick.
Oh, spin! I fucking loved it. I had a good time. I'm not gonna do the bouncy and the arm things, but
Maybe next time.
Jason was getting all into it, and he got off the bike and all that shit. But
Did you like spin better or did you like box better?
I like this better. I like the boxing better. I like the weights. I like that a lot better. I loved it. I had a good time. The music was fun.
I know.
The room is hot in there with the lights.
Yeah.
Fucking loved it.
Are you gonna come again? You're gonna have to say yes now because Meg missed it, and so now she's gonna want you to come.
Is she?
All right, Meg. I'm sorry.
But
To spin class.
yes, I will be here. I would
Okay.
like to do it again.
I'll mark it down on the calendar.
But
What do you think of the instructor?
I think you're a great coach. I really do. I think you're
Yeah?
a fun coach. I think you get into it. You can't teach certain things when you're coaching, and I think that's pretty cool that you have that part of it where it just kind of feels like natural to go on the beat, to what you say, how you're going to engage the class. I think that's cool.
Thanks,
So those,
Obi.
yeah, so great coach.
Huh, thanks.
Yeah, no, I thought I had a great time. I would do it again.
All right, cool.